Today we will understand and practice together. Means knowledge and the practice should go together. So close your eyes. Gently become aware of the body. So you are looking at the body, feeling comfortable, and now looking inside. Understand from an example of a fish and ocean. You see that the fish takes birth in the ocean, grows, matures, marries, have kids, old age, and dies in the ocean. How to help the fish to know that the ocean is the existence for the fish? You take the fish out of the ocean and you see within no time the fish realizes that ocean is everything for him. We have a choice for the fish, that the fish can come out of the ocean and fish instantly knows without existence, without an ocean, I cannot survive. Now compare this with all of the human beings. There is an ocean of consciousness. There is no place where consciousness is not. There is no place where the existence is not. So we cannot be placed at a location where there is no existence. That is the problem. So we have to know this existence while living, moving, acting in that. Another beautiful example given by our great masters. You are listening and contemplating together, reflecting on it. A big ice mountain. Consider yourself as a big ice mountain, snow mountain or ice mountain. And that ice mountain, with our big ego and achievements in the material world, wants to know an ocean. So the ice mountain enters into an ocean. What happens? That is the way of meditation. That is how we can discover our true nature. The ice mountain melts away. It becomes an ocean. So the journey of meditation is to become an ocean, become an existence. We are already in existence. Ignorance needs to be removed. So in the stage 1, we raise our awareness, we reflect on this example. The body is steady, eyes are closed gently. You are looking inside the head or the heart. So what do you see? You see the space. If I say look at the point in the space, keep looking at any point in the space. So when you are looking at a point in the space, what happens? That point in the space is calm. You experience the calmness there. Did you create the calmness? No. The calmness is already there. Calmness is already there. So what happens? The mind wants to make an effort or makes an effort to keep that calmness. When you have not created that calmness deep inside you, how can you continue? Only one thing is possible. You are aware of that calmness. There is a continuity of that calmness. We settle ourselves in that calmness so that awareness is not broken. We do not enter into the lack of awareness. How? You see, these are indirect approaches. We do not appreciate in the beginning, but as you go deeper, you will experience the power of not doing anything in the beginning. So when I say be comfortable, you can say that it is the second step. So look at the neck joint. Who is looking? Eyes or the mind? Mind is looking. How the mind is looking? Mind is feeling. Mind is aware. Mind is knowing. So mind knows here is a neck joint. And you are there. You are aware. In that awareness, experience sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. Again, see that is how we are educating the mind, how to enter into the existence, become one with it. Why? To experience, to live in permanent peace and happiness, love and wisdom. Move the mind on the shoulder joints. You are looking at those points of the joints. You are there. You are aware. And you feel sensation, comfortable, and steadiness. Understand it again. Knowledge and the practice should go together. What is the knowledge? Move the mind on the hip joint. Be there. Feel the presence. So that is a physical. And when you experience sensation, being comfortable and steadiness, it is subtle. So you see that naturally, without inviting any conflict in the mind, we move the mind from outside to inside. the entire body from the crown of the head to the toes, looking at all the joints. And as you look at all the joints, our purpose is not to scan all the joints, but goal is to move the mind within with an experience of sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. The masters in Eastern wisdom, they ask us to listen, listen, and listen. Hear the principles. Why? You see, I'm expressing where your house is located. You can instantly tell me the address. We get an answer. Now, when I say your true nature is full of permanent peace and happiness, do you know that? Yes, I understand that, but I don't find it. What happened? I expressed where your house is, you told me. Where your true nature is, I explained it, and still you don't get it. That is why the Master says, not only we should understand through many principles, again and again, followed by the practice. Shravanam, so that the doubt pertaining to the knowledge is removed. You are comfortable and now you are carefree. Being carefree, free from all the cares. Do nothing. Look inside the head. Or don't look anywhere, just maintain an awareness. Thought is coming, that is your experience. That is the knowledge in the mind. Do nothing. Thought comes, image comes, past comes. Let it come and go. That is the step being carefree. Carefree is also a knowledge practice. Knowledge practice? Knowledge cannot be practiced, but still I use the phrase to make you understand. Sometime I have to tell the things in a crazy manner. Why? Mind is crazy. So to get rid of the craziness of the mind, I say knowledge practice, as if the mind has to do something. No. You are looking at the thought, feelings, sensations, whatever comes to the mind. Do nothing. So when you do nothing, then what happens? You are witnessing, you are watching how standing across a road, watching the traffic. Do you do anything to the traffic? No. Are you watching? Yes. Mental traffic of thoughts, feelings, sensations. Are you doing anything to them? No. Are you watching them? Yes. Being carefree helps us. How this mind makes us crazy. A thought comes, I identify with the thought and carried away by the thought, and my whole day gets upset. That is the meaning of my mood is upset. This is a bad morning. Today is a good morning. It comes because I identify with the thoughts. I identify with the thoughts. And the treatment is being carefree. Being casual. Another step. This is also a knowledge practice. Being casual, natural. Natural? What do you mean? You do nothing. You are simply aware. The water does nothing by itself. And still the water perceives the waves, foam, clouds, flood, tsunami, all come from the water. How can you say that? There is a flood. Remove the water. Where is the flood? Wave. Remove the water. Where is the wave? So, you say my mind is wandering. Remove you from the wandering mind. So when you are not there, wandering mind is not there. So it's a little deeper principle. We will work on this. Being casual. Genius and the scientists say that in 1 minute, more than 15,000 thoughts passes into the mind. How many of these thoughts we remember? We know. So there may be some thoughts that is ready to make us crazy, stressed, and that also passes unnoticed. It triggers the impact. And we say, no, I don't feel good. And sometimes we say that, why I feel upset, why I reacted, there is no need. And still I reacted. It is because of these thoughts which we are not aware at the conscious level. We need to purify this mind. So we are going for an intensive practice. So, looking inside, and just we will be doing playfully. Looking inside. The rib cage. Look inside the heart. Where in the space? What do you look into the space? Become aware of a point in the space and you will discover calmness, a spark of calmness. So maintain awareness of the spark of the calmness. And then start breathing short, quick and playful. The chest breathing. Playfully. No tension, no anxiety, no reaction is required. How do you know that? You know that your body is not moving, the mind is not reacting, and you are playing with the breath. Play with the breath. Continue. Continue. Quick, short, and playful breath in the state of comfortable, carefree, casual, and steadiness. And stop this, do nothing. Experience the changes, but do not get carried away. Do not get carried away. At the same time, you experience the changes. Maybe freshness. Maybe you feel all the vibration all around the head. We want to change that perspective of the mind. One, and our master says that by the breath regulation or a specific practice, there is a tremendous focus that you gain. One, and you remove the impurities from the mind. We'll talk about the impurities in the mind. I have discussed it many a times. Look again, the spark of the calmness deep inside the heart. And start breathing again the same playful breath. Continue, quick, short, and the playful breath. You're not exhausting yourself. Continue, you're not exhausting yourself, you're doing it playfully in the state of steadiness in the body, in the state of awareness of the calmness deep inside the heart. Your eyes are closed, then that is the better way to meditate. I don't insist on this, but the better is, much better is, eyes remain closed. And stop this. Do nothing. Enjoy the changes. Do not get carried away by any changes, vibration, feeling of the sensation, or maybe the freshness. Sometimes the mind says, I'm feeling dizziness. Just remain as it is. We did it playfully. And we are still aware of the calmness deeper within. Who knows, sometime we experience the calmness deepens. You know that the mind is dictated by thoughts. And what is a thought? Object plus I am that we discussed in detail. And what is the objectless state? There will be no thought. Why we want to achieve that? The knowledge of the reality will be revealed. What will happen when the knowledge of the reality is revealed? We enter into a different dimension of the consciousness. Different dimension of the consciousness. Where no thought past ever touch us, and we experience, we perceive the world as it is. The mind does not color it with its desire, with its fancies, with its imagination. So what is the result? No more suffering. We need to achieve that state of consciousness. We have already understood that all the desires can be grouped into 4 types of desires. And there is 4 stages of life, and there are 4 instruments, basic instruments. So we are working for desire fulfillment? No. We are working for self-fulfillment. Why? Desire cannot be fulfilled. But in order to get away and transform our desires, the mind must go within. So now understand the subtle step, subtle points involved in the next step. First, experience the body is steady, no movement in the body. You experience comfortable and steadiness in the body. Now look at the breath. And in the state of steadiness in the body, you start inhaling deep, silent, slow, and exhaling deep, silent, slow. Remember, there is no noise of the breath at this moment. So when you are breathing deep, silent, and slow, you maintain the awareness of the calmness within. 1. You raise your awareness because the breath is deep, silent, and slow. You don't disturb the body. The mind doesn't disturb the body. 3rd point, in this stage of the practice, as you inhale, move the mind from the crown of the head inside in the spine reaches to the tailbone. And when you start exhaling, move the mind from the tailbone to the top of the head, inside the spine in the space. Just with awareness, the awareness is moving. The breath is already, you are breathing deep, silent and slow. So it is awareness moves inside. So it is more symbolic. You feel the sensation inside the spine. That is natural in Eastern wisdom. So the first point, body remains steady. Second point, you're inhaling and exhaling, deep, silent and slow. Third, in the spine, means with the mind. That is how we go deeper. But as long as we are breathing deeply with the breath awareness and keeping the body steady, it doesn't work for longer period. It becomes habitual. So we have to gently push the mind deeper within. And there we use the mantra. What is that mantra? Om Shanti. Only 2 words. So what should we do? So the fourth point, as you inhale and the mind is moving from the crown of the head to the tailbone, you are singing in your mind. Om Shanti. You synchronize your deep silence, slow inhalation with Om Shanti. And also during exhalation, as you exhale, the mind starts rising from the tailbone to the top of the head, singing in your mind. Shanti. Continue. During inhalation and during exhalation also. Now if we add the 5th point, means the knowledge behind Om Shanti, the mind will enjoy moving within one, and the mind will not make this step habitual. So what is the 5th point? In the beginning or today, as you sing Om, you're singing Om, but you're breathing deeper, but you see the infinite space inside. Shanti. Experience not only the peace, and if not, experience the space. As if Om Shanti are synonyms. Om is unmanifest peace, and Shanti is manifest Om. No religion, no cult, no dogma, no belief. Continue. So, unmanifest peace, Shanti, manifest Om. The Master says that Shanti, that Sukha, is good space. Kha means space. Su means good. Sukha means also Shanti. See that. So our masters have depicted even the image of the peace. Continue. Mentally you are singing Shanti during inhalation and during exhalation. Shanti. You remember the first point of awareness being comfortable and steadiness in the body. Second point of awareness, the deep, silent and slow inhalation and exhalation. Third point of awareness, the mind moves in the spine during inhalation from the crown of the head to the tailbone, and from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Fourth point of awareness, with inhalation and exhalation you are singing Om Shanti. And next point of awareness, while saying Om, the mind merges into the inner space. So with the Shanti I have just explained. Continue. Shanti. And do nothing. Stop the breathing also. Let the breath return to the normal pattern. No change in the body. Experience. It is a deeper experience the mind is living within. But we want the mind should live still deeper and deeper. When the big ice cube enters into an ocean to find an ocean, you see the time comes, it melts and melts and melts, and a pint of the ice is left. The next moment, it loses. So the mind must lose itself into our real nature. We can do one active step. Maintain the steadiness in the body. Breath is normal. Now we bypass the body and the breath. Look inside the forehead in the space. Explore the point of calmness. And keep looking that point and mentally start hammering in the mind. Hammering within, not loudly. Mentally. I'm demonstrating you by making a noise, but the noise is not outside. You will hear a tremendous noise inside. It has to be quick, fast, and loud in the mind, so that the mind does not have a single thought between the two aim, and that you can consciously experience. Continue. Mentally. No movement of the lips or the tongue. You have to do it mentally. Keep looking at a point inside the forehead. And why? You are maintaining that state of the calmness. If I say on one side of the mind and the other side of the mind is doing the hammering, it will lead you to a unique experience. Continue. Mentally you are doing. On one side of the mind, you are aware of the calmness. Other side, constant hammering is going on. Now stop the hammering. Keep awareness of that spark of the calmness inside the forehead at a point in the space, do nothing. You may experience that the calmness deepens. You may have variety of vision and the colors. Recognize them, accept them. But don't get carried away by any experience. We will also do hammering deep inside the heart. So look deep inside the heart in the space at a point. Experience the spark of the calmness and hammer mentally with the sound of Om 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 Om. Continue. Without break in the mind. You're not doing it loudly. So the simple principle in the Tantra, one side of the mind is experiencing the calmness and the steadiness of the body, bypassing the breath, and the other side of the mind is hammering. Why we are hammering? Not to allow any other thought in the mind. Continue hammering. You are aware of the calmness deep inside. And stop hammering. Experience the change as if the mind, it will appear to you. You have done a lot of practices before. You are already a seeker. The seeker always succeeds. So you will experience as if you are too far from the world outside the body and the breath. A sort of transcending, looking inside the belly button, in the space, at a point, experience the calmness. We'll continue hammering this center also. So, looking inside the belly, one side of the mind, the spark of calmness continues, and the other side start hammering. Mentally, quick, fast, and loud. Om, 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 om. We are clear about the practice. The body doesn't move, the breath does not change. Mental hammering, quick, fast, and loud. You are aware of the spark, the calmness within. That will help you change. You're hammering quick, fast, and loud in your mind, in the state of stillness in the body. And stop hammering. In that state, look at the breath going in and out. Do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. As the breath goes in, casually drop Om, but the moment you drop Om, the mind should become aware of the infinite space within, instantly. And when the breath comes out, drop Om and the mind becomes aware of this infinite space. Doing nothing, almost doing nothing. The journey of awakening starts with a personal effort. We have not seen the true nature. So a little belief, like a child who learns alphabet, is required. A teacher teaches, look at the whiteboard, the A is written like this. The child does not enter into an argument. That is the beginning. Same way, a little belief. but the belief is pending inquiry. So when the mind is heavily conditioned, we are not a seeker. That mind argues and asks the questions not relevant. If the child asks why the A is written like A, no answer. It's a little belief, but pending inquiry. As we deepen our experience, we have relevant questions. Continue. And now do nothing, remain as you are. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your closed eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. So, you need to listen to the last two talks. There we talk about the 4 steps of the initial practices and practice regularly this one. We will find the life changes. Thank you very much.